everyone. I am ChinxZhao, and today with me is IrshDevil. Today there will be no comedic intro or anything because today we are here to talk about a very serious topic, and that topic being one of the community members of Smite and a great streamer, a great guy, all-around guy today, envious allied, also known as David Hance. Um, yeah, and we're here to talk about him because recently he's been diagnosed with cancer. And if you don't know what that is, you should probably Google it up because it's a very serious disease that a lot of people have undergone the process, and it's such a terrible disease that it strikes so many people.
It really does, man. Specifically, Allied's cancer is of the gastrointestinal tract, right at the connection of his stomach and his esophagus,
Yeah,
and that and that will just that affects all of his insides.
yeah,
He was so sick for so long, and nobody could really find out until he went and he had a simple procedure to remove his gallbladder. And when they did that, they found that the cancer had spread and was very rampant.
yep. It's a very sad topic to talk
It
about.
really is. Like one of
Yeah,
the hands down one of the nicest guys in the community.
he's never shy to speak his mind, much like Wolfie, And to see a guy like this get struck with such a serious disease like this, it just hurts. It just like
It
ha-
really does.
I'm choking up a little bit talking about it. Just like I don't know the guy personally. I've never met him personally. I'm not one of his friends, or but he considers all his streamers his friends, and it just hurts talking about such a terrible disease affecting him.
Yeah. Specifically, one of my favorite memories of Allied was the first time that he and I ever crossed paths in a conquest game. It was right after the casual elo reset. I don't know if you remember that, ChinxZhao, but
Yeah.
it was like halfway through season 2. I think it was right before Nuwa's like remake, for example. I
Hmm.
happened to come across Allied and his buddy ACPR, and at the time I was playing Circat, trying to learn how to learn the nuances of Circat, and then I realized, oh crap, that's Allied on the other team playing Circat. I'm gonna get bodied. But Allied and I took it upon ourselves to literally chase us around the jungle, just a little 1v1 matchup, because that was pretty much the fun that we had. Like we would completely ignore team
Yeah.
fights and we would just fight. And
Yeah.
he's such a cool guy about it too. I came into a stream later. I was like, dude, I had a blast. Like, and he legit was one of the nicest guys. Specifically, and this was a point that was raised earlier um, through one of his buddies, DM Brandon's stream. Like everybody's out there raising money for Allied because cancer takes its toll in so many different aspects of somebody's life. It really does.
Yeah.
Not only financially, because as far as we know, is Allied does not have medical insurance for the treatments right now, so
Yep.
everything's going to be an out-of-pocket charge, which I know, I know how crazy that can end up being, So
And it's cancer we're
Allied's in
talking
for
about.
yeah, and it's cancer we're talking about. Allied's in for a very very tough battle. I mean, let's make no mistake about it.
Yeah, and let's not also make a mistake. Allied is a strong guy. He will get through this. He
Absolutely.
has the backing of the entire community. Like the community that he's raised is like so supportive. Like everybody's trying to do it. Kiki did a 24-hour stream where all he did was like play video games and like try to help out Allied as much as can. He got a whole bunch of
Hmm.
casters, a whole bunch of high res employees to come in and help out, and it was amazing. And it just like the guy has influenced so much. He's such a good caster too, and then he's a generally all around good guy.
Hmm. Specifically, one of the points that I kind of wanted to bring up with this particular video is being having not specifically having personal experience firsthand of what it's like to battle cancer, but being through the medical checks and doing all the medical tests and having a cancer scare. 8 years ago, I had an issue with my thyroid that there was, in layman's terms, there was a foreign object that was growing on it.
Mm-hmm.
And people for the longest time thought, or me specifically, I thought it was cancer.
Yep.
Thankfully, all the tests came back, negative. And it was just a mass for the sake of being a mass.
Uh-huh.
But still, I mean, that it messes with you
Yep.
emotionally. It really does.
It really
And so
does.
all this money being raised for him on behalf of the entire Twitch community, the Smite community. Hell, I've even heard some of the Smash community getting in on this too.
Yeah, he's
Like
just.
it's blowing me away. It really is.
It's because like he's a guy that everybody can relate to, everybody can talk to. He's just a very
Hmm.
nice guy. Um, I you know, Cancer is a real thing. Like you were talking about personal experience, I recently gone through a personal cancer scare in my
Dude,
own
and
family, and
it's
it's
spooky.
yeah, it wrecks you. It's emotionally, physically. It's like you just don't even want to get out of bed sometimes. Um,
Hmm.
like my dad went in for his, like the elderly exam. He's getting up there in age, and so did my mom because they both had a doctor's appointment at the same time. And then they come back. Well, my dad has it first, and then he comes back, and then he's in this like fit of rage. He's like he's. I've never seen him like that before, and then I didn't realize what was going on because I thought he was just like going through another one of his phases where he's really extremely mad at me for no reason. And then my mom comes to me and tells me that there's something growing in his chest, and they don't know if it's cancer or not. And that just put everything in perspective to me. It's just like I I don't want to lose my dad to this. It's like
Hmm.
we we have like a love hate relationship, but at the same time, he's my dad,
Hmm.
and it just hurts.
Yeah. To personally go through a cancer scare, let me kind of set the scene for you here real quick. And this is why it can be so disheartening. You're fighting a battle against an unseen adversary, one
And
that you have no control over, one that you can't really do anything about. And it's hard. Like it's hard to muster the courage to get up every day and to continue with your life.
it's a battle that sometimes you just don't see. Some people just don't see as worth fighting because of all this treatment, all this money that they're going to put through.
Hmm.
It's just it's a terrible disease that just happens to be out there.
Yeah. And shout outs to St. Jude's for like helping to fund cancer research in like
Yep.
little kids right now, because like that I can't even imagine something like that
Yeah,
happening.
definitely.
Like um, if I ever had any kids, or me or any of my brothers, when we were younger, I mean I can't even imagine that. I previously had an employer that had one of her sons has leukemia, and
Yeah.
watching her go through what she's had to, and it breaks your heart, but it also makes you like have respect for the human's capacity to survive, I guess
Yeah.
is the word that I'm looking for.
I can't
You really
imagine.
truly find who is willing to do just about anything to live. You really do.
Yeah. Like I can't imagine the amount of pain that Allied is going through, and not only Allied, Shell as well. His girlfriend at the moment. Uh, yeah,
Because
it's just
recently Allied had moved down to Georgia and they started living together, which
yeah,
you know, if I was to find a silver lining in like everything with Allied, the fact that he now is living with somebody who can be there for him and take
yep,
care of him, like that's huge. Like that's gonna take a lot of anxiety off of his shoulders.
yeah. It's a heartbreaking topic to talk about. This happened during his whole thing where every year he does this whole Fight Club thing where he gets his subscribers together and then they play sort of tournamentistic like games where they battle for points and prizes, and the whole purpose of this is just to get people better at the game, and it's amazing that he does this stuff. And a year ago, I also participated in this, and at the time, I was playing on a very shitty laptop, which wasn't really too great, but
We've all been there.
Yeah, we have all been there. But like, I was playing in the tournament, and then I was playing against Thanatos, and then like after the game, I felt like I did pretty well, but at the same time, like I could have done better, more for my team. And Allied was straightforward with it. He's saying when he listed off everybody in the game, he came down to me. Our team won, and he came down to my name. He said, if you think he should get MVP, even though he made some brain dead plays at times, but he recovered it by making some godlike plays here and there, and like. No, he's never afraid to tell you what you did wrong straight to your face. Like it's like criticism that it's so easily taken. He's one of those guys that can just like give you criticism and you can take it like without the resentment towards him, like, oh, this guy's a dick or something like that. He knows how to do that. He knows how to talk to people. Is basically what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and with it, and Allied had recently taken a job as a caster for High Res, and there was very very high hopes for him. Just
Yep.
because I would sit back and just watch his Fight Club casting,
Yeah.
and I just realized like he has so much potential.
Yeah. When he gets
And
when
this is
something hype just
yeah,
happens, he just goes, oh, oh. I
yeah,
love that. I love
and
that.
yeah, and at the end of the day, he's literally just a casual fan.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what makes like his casting so brilliant.
He's a great guy. It's so
It really
emotional.
is. So, kind of a cool thing that we're ChinxZhao and I have kind of decided to do is I've already kind of thrown some money into the donation fund,
Yeah.
and ChinxZhao I know is probably going to follow up and do the same.
Yeah.
I don't know if he already has or not.
I
But,
definitely gonna try to, because
yeah.
yeah, times are tough for me, but times are tough worse for Allied, so
Yeah.
I can definitely scrounge up something for him.
Mm-hmm. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave Allied's description or Allied's donation fund in
The
the description.
donation link is actually linked towards Shell's donation, but it goes directly towards her. It won't
Mm-hmm.
be for. It won't go through me to her. It'll go straight to her. It's going straight to her Twitch alerts donation thing.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the only way to do it,
Yeah.
honestly.
And Allied,
So
if if this video ever gets to you, if you are watching this video right now, know this: we are rooting for you. Me, Irish, the entire community.
the whole gaming community.
Yeah, we are all
We
here for
really
you.
are. I
Allied.
learned so much just from the one game I played against you, Allied. Like that
Yeah.
actually was a huge foundation
Yep.
for how I jungle
Yeah.
currently.
We are here
Was
for
a
you,
lot of
Allied.
the lessons that I learned from that. So
Yeah.
you do so much for everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a time for the community to give back to you. So
Yeah.
anybody who's watching this video, we simply encourage one thing. If you can, excuse me, my phone's going off in the background. I don't
You
know if
will
can hear
grow
me.
from this, Allied.
You will grow from this, Allied.
That's basically what it
You,
is.
you are strong enough to beat this. Like you
Uh-huh.
have the world's best gaming community around you. You really do.
Yep. You don't even moderate your chat. If you allowed the copy process to flow free in your chat. You are that type of guy. You are just a chill, casual guy. You're an awesome guy and I'd love to meet you in person one day.
I would too.
You know.
Hopefully, you know what? Worlds 2017.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen, man.
Yeah. Let's try to make that happen. Alright. If this video reaches you, know this. This is coming from the bottom of my heart. You will fight through this, and you will beat cancer. You will come back to
Indeed.
us, and you will stream again, and you will be stronger than ever because of this. I love you, my man.
At the end of the day, Allied, what doesn't kill you will make you stronger.
Yeah. I love you.
And you will not allow this to beat you.
Yeah.
You won't. It's just the type of person you are.
Yep. I love you. The community loves you. We all love you. You will get through this. We will get through this together, Allied.
Mm-hmm.
And
kind of on a closing note here.
Yeah.
Being that I've gone through so many different experiences, there's always one thing that I noticed about specific cancer. It's whoever's surrounded by there are people that are surrounded by so much positivity, and it's quite simply not about just giving and raising money. I mean, that helps some, but knowing that this community is so far behind him helps him get up out of bed every day, gives him the motivation to do what he needs to do. And so I urge everybody who's watching this, let's make a difference in
Yep.
this man's life. Let's make a difference.
Yep. Much love to you, Allied.
Indeed, much love, brother.
We all love you,
Forward to
brother.
meeting you.
We will do all that we can to help you, fam.
Indeed.
And
Alright.
thank you, Allied. Thank you for everything you've done.
Mhm.
And I will see you guys next time. And thank you so much, Allied, once again.
All right, man. Take it easy, buddy.
Yeah. You will beat this, Allied. You will.